Hey everyone, this is Brian. Been a while since I've done update on my A to Z PC. Last letter I left off on was F, and it's now into the G's, which I have quite a few guys that I PC. You can see here I got the 87 Galarraga here, Fleer, but I have Galarraga, Garciaparra, Garvey, Gibson, Goldschmidt, Griffey, Gwynn, and some others mixed in between. So this will probably be a 3 or 4 part series. I don't want to keep them too long, but first up anyways, here's Andres Galarraga, his 80, like I said, his 87 Fleer card here. He played from 1985 to 2004 with the Expos, the Braves, the Cardinals, the Rockies, and Rangers, Giants, and the Angels. Here's his 88 Don Russ card. He was a 5-time All-Star as well, and a 2-time Gold Glove winner, an 89 and 90 back-to-back, 2-time Silver Slugger Award winner, and a 1-time NL home run leader in 96. And these are just a few of the cards that I have of his. Not too many that I've collected, but he's probably in, I guess, what some would say the Hall of Very Good. He had 399 home runs, just one shy of 400, and over 1,400 RBIs, over 2,300 hits, and he also batted .288, which is pretty good for power hitters, you know, you'd say, because they sometimes become free swingers, strike out a lot, but he seemed to make pretty good connection with the ball quite often. But anyways, that's a few of the cards that I have of his. Next up is Nomar Garciaparra. This first card I have of Nomar is the Pinnacle Express set 1997 rookie card, and that's basically how they look on the front. Looks like he's catching a fly ball there at shortstop. He played shortstop for 9 seasons there with the Red Sox there. That was mainly his position. His whole career was at shortstop there. But he had quite a run of seasons there at one time, 97, 99, and in those years he was one of the best shortstops around, even better than Jeter at some point, a lot of folks thought. But this here is the Score rookie card that I have of his. Again, that's a nice picture. But he played from 96 to 2009. He had 229 home runs, 936 RBIs, over 1,700 hits. And what I thought was pretty good too was he had 5,500 plus at-bats and only struck out 554 times. So he was a good contact hitter and always seemed to make good contact. That's the Gold Cup Topps card there. This one here is a Fleer Ultra. A lot of nice color on that as well. But he was a 6-time All-Star, an AL Rookie of the Year in 97, Silver Slugger Award winner in 1997 as well. And then in 2006, he was the Comeback Player of the Year. He was a 2-time AL Batting Champion in 1999 and in 2000. He's elected to the Boston Red Sox Hall of Fame. And again, it's, you know, a matter of being in the Hall of Very Good or the Hall of Fame. And I consider he's probably won't get into the Hall of Fame, but he was a really good ball player. And if anyone's interested, I'll leave a link as well in the description. There's a nice little YouTube video on his career that I watched recently, and it's kind of interesting. It's done by the Major League Baseball Network. But anyways, these are just a few of his cards, and I got these in a Goodwill auction a couple years ago, actually, when I bought a whole box of cards. These were in it. But those are the cards that I have of Nomar, and I think they were all in his Red Sox uniform, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So anyways, next up will be Mr. Steve Garvey. So next up on my list is Steve Garvey. Here's a 71 card I took out of my binder. For the video here, it'll go back in once I get done here. But this is considered, I guess, his rookie card, the 71. Garvey played football and baseball both at Michigan State University, so that kind of explains his Popeye forearms there. But he had a long baseball career. He played from 74 to 87, and mainly with the Dodgers he played. And these are basically some of his cards that I have. I don't have too many of his cards in my PC, but he was a World Series champion in 81, 10-time All-Star. He was the NLC, two-time NLC MVP, NLCS VP, 4-time Gold Glove winner, and a Roberto Clemente Award winner in 1981. The San Diego Padres retired his number 6, and I don't know if the Dodgers don't do that or if they don't have a Hall of Fame, but there's no mention that his number's retired from the Dodgers or if he was in the Dodger Hall of Fame or not. But he had 272 career home runs, over 1,300 RBIs, and pretty good batting average. He batted just under 300. He batted 294, finished up. But anyways, those are a few of my Steve Garvey cards that I have. And the last guy I'm going to talk about is Mr. Bob Gibson. And finally, the last guy here in this first series of the letter G is Mr. Bob Gibson, known as Gibby or Hoot. He was born in Omaha, Nebraska, and passed away, as we all know, recently, and resided in Omaha, Nebraska as well. He was a Cornhusker through and through. But in 1957, he almost took a different course. He played basketball with the Harlem Globetrotters after refusing a $3,000 signing bonus with the St. Louis Cardinals. He thought he'd play a season with the Globetrotters, but he soon gave that up because of the travel and what he called the double headers, playing those all the time. So he ended up signing with the Cardinals and staying with them for 17 seasons. He tallied 251 wins, 3,100 plus strikeouts, and an earned run average of 2.91. He was a 9-time All-Star, 2-time World Series champion. He was the NL MVP in 1968. And right here's my 1968 card of him with Ferguson Jenkins and Bill Singer. 68 strikeout leaders there. He was also a 2-time Cy Young Award winner, 2-time World Series MVP in 64 and 67 with the Cardinals. And here's the 74 card that I have. I got a couple of those. I just can't seem to let go of the doubles of Mr. Gibson there. I was a big fan of his. I got to meet him several years ago back in the 80s here in St. Pete, watching my Cardinals play in spring training, and got to meet him and shake hands and just talk to him a little bit. But anyways, he was a 9-time Gold Glove winner as well. He led the NL in wins in 1970, and he was the Major League Baseball ERA leader in 1968, and the strikeout leader, as I mentioned earlier, in 1968. His only no-hitter was August 14th, 1971, and his catcher at the time was my idol, Mr. Ted Simmons, which I'll get to way further down the road. Anyways, his number was retired, number 45, by the St. Louis Cardinals. He's in the St. Louis Cardinal Hall of Fame. He's also part of the Major League Baseball All-Century team, and he's in the Baseball Hall of Fame. He was inducted in 1981. So there's a few cards of Mr. Gibson, Mr. Garvey, Mr. Garciaparra, and Mr. Galarraga. Hope you enjoyed that. And next up, for the next series on part 2 of the G's, I'll be leading off with Tom Glavine. And after that, I'm not sure who else I got after him, but stay tuned. Again, thanks for watching, and always collect like you're a kid.